So we're going to do some keyword research for process servers. So first thing we're going to go to is Google Trends. We're going to go here. We go ahead and close that tab. And then now we're going to type in the keyword we're trying to research and see like how it's doing search wise. And since we're looking for a process server, so Google Trends will show you what's being searched and like how much. Now, it doesn't give you the quantity of what's being searched, but what it does do is that it gives you things like keywords or terms you can compare to. So then you kind of have a better idea of what keywords you're going to want to target. Now, this is not the end all be all of all the keywords you want to target because certain keywords are going to be eliciting certain actions, right? Uh, People are going to be searching with different words for different intentions. If someone's searching for how to be a process server, they're probably not looking for your services. And so that's just kind of something to be aware of and to think. So we got process server, which is probably like our top level keyword. So we're going to scroll down here. And then these are also going to be some other related search terms that go with the our process server up here at the top. And I'm going to go ahead and switch this to United States. So then now we can see what are some similar search terms or similar queries that people put into Google to see what they're looking for. So these top two ones, if we're trying to rank a process server for the like selling their services locally, we're probably not gonna we're more than likely not gonna want to rank for these. We're gonna more look for like this, right? So what we can do here is go over here to these three little dots, add a comparison, court process server. So I'm not 100% sure on what this means. So what I like to do is I'll highlight it, I right click it, and I go search Google. So we'll go in here, AI overview, and then what I like to do is you scroll down just a little bit and you start looking at the links. And then you click one and you're like, okay, what is this? Ottawa process serving, process service. Okay. So this looks like if I was a process server, a keyword I would want on my page. This is what somebody's going to search for to find my services. So we're going to add that to comparison. Uh, Process server one. So server one might be, yeah, it might be a brand name. And so because we Googled this, we know, okay, we don't want to be targeting this because this is not for my services that I'm offering, which would be process serving. So we're going to skip that one, process servers, which is a plural. So we're going to add that as well. Private process server. So let's see what this is about. And we start seeing GMBs popping up, which is a really good sign that this is actually what we want to be targeting if we offer these services. So then we'll go back over here. We'll add this to comparison. We don't want to do how to bees, legal process server. Same thing, GMBs are popping up, which is really tells us that this is definitely something we want to be adding. Texas process server. So this is more local or geographic. So for this example, this is not going to apply to everybody. So for this example, I'm going to include this in the comparison. We can go in and see if there's anything else. Process server near me. So that means that's a really high intent term because they're looking for it and they're making sure that it's close by. Process server cost, no. Server Florida, no. No, we're not a job board. We're trying to offer our services. Okay. And so then now we can see how this has changed quite a bit. And what this is doing is that it's comparing each of these terms and the amount of search that they each get to each other. This isn't the total amount of times somebody will search for these terms in Google. This is just comparing the terms with each other. And as we can see here in the red, process service is top. So that's now that's probably going to be our top level keyword that we target now. So let's go over here to process service and search it. And let's see process service. Okay. So we see GMBs popping up, which is great. So this is going to be another keyword that we're going to want to target. And so then now, let's see, we did court process server already. Let's just make sure. So process server near me. Yep. Boom. GMBs are popping up. And so now we have a kind of a better list, a better idea of the keywords we are going to want to target on our pages if we were offering a process server services. Something else to consider is that not only are you going to want to consider to have these on your website, but you're also going to want to have these on your GMB, your Google My Business profile. Having these on go to your GMB, click add services, and you're going to want to add these, add a description, talk about them a little bit, use the keyword, use what you're actually doing. Don't worry about listing them because 9 times out of 10, they won't see the description, but they can see, right, like you can see right here, services. And you want to be matching these services to what people are searching for. Now it looks like they're probably getting away with it a little bit. We can see that let's see actually. So their main category, this is the different one I clicked on. Their main category is process server. So if you're offering this service and that's your main service, when you go to make your GMB on your GMB, you're going to want to make sure this is your main category. And then we can see this GMB right here doesn't have any services listed. This is a third-party tool called Plepper I use. It can tell you if it has any services, and we can see down here it doesn't, which is interesting and lead to be why it's not ranking above this one, because this one has services, but it also might be a proximity. So let's see. So this one doesn't have services either. So this is just me doing some research. Um, so going back to the keyword research. So now we have all of these new terms. So what we can do is, let's say we're in Texas, right? So I'm currently not in Texas, but let's add Texas to the search term. So then now I can get Texas results. So let's see, DFW Texas process server. And then let's kind of see what they're doing. He's got some services in there. And there you go. So this is also, so let's see, what happens if we Google rush service? Interesting. Rushservice.com. That doesn't look right. See, this is interesting. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to see if what does this search term mean Google. And then we can see that it's not, so we're getting a brand name here. We're getting rushservice.com. So maybe we don't want to target that keyword, but as we can see here, they have under their services process server, so we definitely want to do that. And then here we go. Here's another keyword that we just discovered: subpoena process server. Let's go over here. Let's add that in, and we can see that that subpoena process server is at the bottom, but that doesn't mean we don't want to still target it, because let's say that we have it but somebody else doesn't have it, then we're more likely to rank our GMB higher above just because we listed it as a service. We're not making Google guess as to where to place us. We're telling Google, hey, we offer this service. Whenever someone searches for this, please list us. And so then this is also interesting. So beforehand, the Subpoena process server was 0, but Subpoena service is 3 in the comparison. But we also want to we want to search it because we want to make sure that this term is actually something that we offer and want to do. So then as we can see, Google is giving us process server, professional services. So we can see that this is a keyword that we want to have listed uh, somewhere on our website or somewhere on our GMB because, again, look, process server, these GMBs are popping up. But what's interesting is on these other ones, we get 3, which just means there's more people, right? But we do a very specific keyword like this, and only 1 pops up. But over here, we can clearly see there's way more locations that offer services, or sorry, serving services, but they don't appear. And this is why we want to do these keyword research to see how people are searching, because then we can list them on our website and our GMB. And then we can start competing with Malone. Because let's say the person looking is in Fort Worth and our GMB is in Fort Worth. More than likely, because of proximity, we're going to rank above them. If we got a 3-pack here, we would be above them, and then they would be below us, and we're more likely to get that click. So this is just a little bit of how to do some keyword research with Google Trends.